Alright guys, welcome to your 41st Intermediate Java tutorial, and again, like I said, this program is going to do three main things. It's going to wait for someone to connect to it. Once someone's connected, it's going to set up the streams or set up the connection between you and them. And the last thing it does is it runs the program while you are chatting, allows you to communicate with one another. So I think the easiest way to teach you guys how to do all this is just to do it in order. The first thing that I'm going to be teaching you guys in this video is how to wait for a connection so someone else can connect. So make sure that you are outside your start running method, and make sure you're inside your class, obviously. So this method is basically going to wait for connection. Then once you are connected, I just want to give you guys a nice little prompt on the screen that says, you're connected with, whatever their IP address is. Then display connection information. So again, remember that this method is called wait for connection. So might as well, I can type that, I'm not that lazy. So private void wait for connection, and it's not going to take any parameters, and what it's going to do is it's going to throw an IO exception. Alright, so we're good to go. So the first thing I want to do is remember this is pretty much the first main method that gets called. So whenever you're waiting for a connection, I just like to have a little prompt on the screen that says show message to let you know, okay, the program is set up successfully, you're just waiting for someone else to connect. So waiting for someone to connect dot dot dot, because that's what you do whenever you're waiting, I guess. And oops. Alright, there we go. So basically, whenever this method gets called, we're going to know that it successfully gets called and we're successfully waiting for someone to connect because we get this prompt on the screen. Not a whole lot of programming value, but it's good to show the user that it is working. You're not just sitting here waiting for your program to load. So the next thing we need to do is we actually need to set up this socket. Now remember, the socket is the connection between you and another computer, and we name this variable connection. Now let's go ahead and actually create this variable connection. Set this equal to server accept. Now I guess I might as well explain to you guys what this is right here. Of course, I forgot to say this, but we're going to code the show message method later on. That's where we're getting an error, but pretty much all it does is display something on your screen. But anyways, back to this. Now the connection is the socket, and what server accept does is once someone asks to connect to us, asks to say, you know what, I want to have a conversation with you, then it accepts a connection to the socket. So it's basically going to be waiting on our server, and this loop is going to go over and over and over again, and every time it loops, like every millisecond, it's going to be waiting for someone to connect. Is someone connected now? No. How about now? No. How about now? No. How about now? No. How about now? Yes. And once you have that connection, this variable or connection or socket, whatever you want to call it, goes by many names, gets created, and a connection or socket is created between you and another computer, the server and the client. So there you go. That's basically the essence of, that's basically all you have to take away from this tutorial, that you want to keep doing this over and over and over again, and once the server finally has someone to connect with, a socket or a connection is made. And let me see if I can, yep, I don't know if you guys can see my little, maybe if I press F2 and move it. Crap. I don't know if you guys can see this in the window, but basically, oh crap. Alright, I might as well explain it since it's, kind of the purpose of these tutorials anyways, instead of you guys just reading the documentation. Basically, it says it blocks a connection until it's made. So you know that this method is going to be created, or this method is going to be called over and over and over again, called wait for a connection. Pretty much every millisecond it's going to be called. So you must be thinking, you know what? Does that mean that every millisecond is going to create a socket that